This is WPP 6, and this will be covering concepts 3, 4, and 5. And there will be 4 parts to this WPP, and for the first 2 parts, this is the video for the first 2 parts. Barry invests $7,500 in a 12-month CD that gives 1.5% interest. How much money will you have at the end of the term if it is compounded daily, weekly, monthly, semi-annually, and annually? And then after that, we're going to use the PERT equation to calculate how much money you will have at the end of the term if the interest is compounded continuously. So we'll set up our little chart, and we know that we have to try to find under principal, let's find under principal 7,500. Our rate, since it is 1.5, we'll change to decimal, and we always know that when we have percent, we have to always change to decimal in order to use as the rate. So 1.5% changes as 0.015, and since it is a 12-month CD, 12 months, there's 12 months in a year, so we would be using a year. And we know our equation is A equals P to the 1 times 1 plus R over N to the NT. I think I said it right. So once we plug it in, P is equal to 7,500. 1 plus 0.015 over X. X times 1. So there's 365 days, 52 weeks, 12 months, 2. In order to tell this, we have to use our calculator. And what do? We plug in our equation into the y equals screen, and once we do that, we graph it, and that line going across is not the x-axis, it's actually the line that is from our graph. So 365 does not show up on this graph, but as I checked from the table, it says that 365 is equal to 7,613 36 cents. But for the other equations, it will equal. So okay, my video is kind of blurry, but once we hit trace and plug in 52, our answer is 7,613.33. And once we plug in 12, our answer is 7,613.27. And once we hit in 2, our answer is 7,612.92. And once we plug in 1, our answer is 7,612.50. So that is our answer for part A. And for part B, we use our A equals PE to the RT. So we set up our equation, RT. And that is our PERT formula. So we use this in order to tell the interest if it's compounded continuously. So our principal still stays the same, our rate stays the same, and our time changes the same. It's just our equation, which is different. So 7,500 to the E, RT is 0.015 times 1. So we would plug that into our calculator. 7,000 E to the 0.015 times 1. And our answer is 7,613.34, and that would be our 2 answers.